VETS was born from and Marcus Capone and his search for, and her, I should say probably her search to basically save his life. Yeah. He was just on a path where I remember her on one of her other podcasts. She went on saying, she didn't, if he was alive in a year or two, she would have been shocked. And so she heard about this psychedelic treatment from someone else and said, look, can we please try this? And it worked so well for him that they decided, like, we need to get more guys coming through this. And so it started off very grassroots, just, a couple guys at a time. Eventually, they started to get enough interest from private donors that they could have a more formalized program and put more guys through the program at the time. So essentially, what VETS has become is we have kind of three main pillars. One, we provide foundational grants for veterans and their spouses to go seek psychedelic assisted therapy. We don't provide the psychedelic assisted therapy, we just provide the grants for them to go. They choose the location that they want to go, the psychedelic that they want to take, all of that. We do have some vetted providers that most will typically go to, but there's a couple that will go to other places. We also, the second pillar is research. We partner with major universities to conduct research around psychedelics. So, like I mentioned earlier, a study with Stanford and Ibogaine. We've also got an ongoing one with the Ohio State University. I think there might be one upcoming with a university on the East Coast. So, constantly looking to back the anecdotes of how well we know this works with science, because that's the key to our third pillar, which is advocating for legalizing this treatment for veterans in the United States. Right now, our veterans who have served this country have to leave this country to go get meaningful treatment. Because right now, the treatment is woefully inadequate, as you mentioned. They're on multiple pharmaceuticals. It's just a band aid, and it doesn't get to the root of the problem, which is why they're still suffering. So now we have found something that works, but I think in order to get it to get past here in the US, we need to have that science to back it up. So those really go in hand in hand. So that's our focus from our three pillars. And then from there, we've just built out the program to support the veterans and their families. So my role as director of women's programs is to primarily work with the spouses and the female veterans that come through from our special operations veterans. Initially, we were just really focused on the veterans and there wasn't a ton of support. So like when my husband went through, there was nobody for me to talk to prepare me. Because I think if I had known, hey, this is normal to feel angry or resentful, I would have known like maybe not to turn to alcohol, or maybe not to be so angry, like that it was normal and that I should work on my own healing. I didn't know that I needed to work on my own healing. And so that is my biggest focus. So I put together a 75-page workbook for our spouses and supporters coming in to focus on their own healing and walk them through, before he goes to his retreat, when he's at his retreat, and what to do after the retreat. We've got a preparation call that both the grant recipients and their supporters are welcome to come to so that they can understand what's going to happen. We don't like to set expectations, but just so that they understand the process and how things can work and they can hear from us. I do this with my male counterpart, and they can hear from both of us about our experiences. Weekly spouse support calls, weekly couples calls, weekly women's integration calls, and then I set up a lot of different workshops throughout every single month. We've got ongoing ones like heart-centered communication, trauma release exercises. We've got weekly meditation, weekly breath work, weekly yoga. All of that is just the wraparound services are just the real crux to this whole program in helping people to keep moving forward and not just rely on that singular psychedelic experience.
I love all of that, but one of the things that I love even more is that you provide spousal support.
Yeah, and that's really been, I think, key to longer term healing for the veterans because the veterans really can't truly heal unless the family heals together.